Good afternoon, super friends, and welcome to the Pleeka podcast. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And this was part 4, the finale of the 4-night crossover. Technically the 3-night crossover,
Yeah.
but they're calling it the 4-night crossover. And so we ran a poll on Twitter. The question was, which episode did you like the best? You could vote for Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, or Legends of Tomorrow. And before I read the results, what show did you vote for?
I voted for Legends of Tomorrow.
Me too. That's interesting. So let me refresh the page real quick.
How many people voted for Supergirl?
I can't see because it's not done. But Supergirl is the lowest percent.
Okay.
But
Someone voted for Supergirl.
Yeah, I bet you, I mean, at least 2 people had to have. Okay, so Supergirl is at 13%. Arrow is at 21%. The Flash is at 32%. And Legends of Tomorrow is in the lead with 34%. 71 people have voted.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's cool. So I will put the link if you want to go vote. This poll will be up for another 23 hours because I did it like an hour ago. So it'll be up. If you want to go vote for it, go ahead. Maybe even give us a follow, and then you could subscribe to the podcast and all kinds of shit through that. But that was cool. I was wondering if people would do our poll.
Yeah, I waited for it to end before I voted.
It's funny because I didn't vote, I assumed. Oh, there's our pet peepee. I assumed that because my vote wasn't on there, that no one voted. So I was like, oh, no one voted. And then you said that, and I was like, oh, yeah, just I didn't vote. So, but that was cool. So 71 people actually voted on that. I bet it's because I did it right when the episode started.
Yeah, probably.
So there's probably, some people looking on Twitter.
Right.
Oh, my God, Phoebe's going crazy. All right, so you liked Legends of Tomorrow the best?
Yeah, it was close between that and Flash, but I think a lot more happened this episode. It was, everyone was at it, going at it.
I really, really liked that they resolved the whole Cisco and Barry thing this episode.
Yeah, I was like, thank God.
Yeah, because I think they, just like us, were like, we can't let it go on too far. We gave it they had to give it a reason in that Killer Frost episode.
I liked how they did it too. He fucked shit up.
He fucked up and like, oh, I kind of get it now.
I was just trying to make it better. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really did like too, which I'm just trying to say some stuff before I forget, that at the end of the episode, Adam had a little Superman joke.
Yeah, that was funny.
I think that's the first reference, as far as I've been able to notice, the first reference that he's had about Superman. Like when Kara was walking away and he's like, oh, she kind of looks like my cousin.
That's funny.
And they had a little look. All right, sorry, we had you probably noticed a little audio cut there. We got interrupted by a pig. She was pissing and stuff like that. So anyways, back into Legends of Tomorrow. How did you feel about how they resolved the problem?
Oh, like with the aliens?
How they fixed everything.
It was, it was all right. It was.
I mean, the resolution and stuff like this isn't always as good. It's always the build up and the stuff like that. That's the cool parts. I kind of forgot because they rarely do it. I kind of forgot that Firestorm has the ability to I forget what they call it, but he has he can
change matter.
They call it transgress. I don't know, something like that. But he can it's basically compressing stuff so much it turns into water. I
had no idea what he was doing.
They did that in the last year's finale of Legends of Tomorrow because Vandal Savage was doing shit with bombs all over the city, but all over time too. So they sent certain people to do certain ones, and they had to do that also. But it was kind of cool. And then also I'm just calling him Victor Garber. That's his actual name. Martin Stein, his daughter.
Oh.
She's supposed to be a regular on Legends of Tomorrow now. I don't know exactly what her role is going to be on it.
Oh.
I'm wondering if because she's related to him, even though he got hit by the particle accelerator and all that stuff, I wonder if maybe because she's related and somehow with time travel and comics and whatever, that she might be kind of capable of doing Firestorm.
Oh, you wouldn't think so, but maybe.
But I mean, I don't
just make anything up.
I don't know. Because it seems weird to just pull a random human on Legends of Tomorrow, but that also might be cool to have. They can constantly have someone on the ship doing the science for that show because they don't really have that. They usually have to put behind one of their heroes to do the sciencey stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that was kind of neat. It's funny because they announced that right after Flash, and I was like, oh, so I'm guessing she's gonna be in the Legends episode then. And then she was in it quite a bit, at least more than I thought she'd be.
She's in a decent amount, yeah.
I was a little disappointed for 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
One, no villains. Even though I learned from this stuff, IMDb does not really know the information for this show.
Yeah.
It even says on IMDb right now that Reverse Flash and that Rip Hunter were in this episode, which they weren't. But I was disappointed. So I was disappointed there's no villains, and I was disappointed that they didn't call it the Hall of Justice or make a Super Friends joke.
Oh, you know what? I
something.
forgot. I was totally thinking they were gonna show it in the future or something. And I forgot that they didn't.
Oh, you were wondering if they were gonna do that?
Yeah, I kind of thought like they'd show like 2030 and then they'd show it or something, but obviously
and
not.
I finally got what I've been asking for.
Yeah, and it was a little nerdy and stupid. But
it's nerdy and it's very stupid, but very cool. Basically, a way to get Supergirl on the show anytime. Cisco made her like basically a little button that opens up a portal to any Earth. Which if he can build that, what's the point of having Cisco vibe all the time? Now they can just give everybody a button. Like, we need to go this Earth now.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, so can't anyone go to any Earth then?
Basically, yeah. But that'll be cool. I'm guessing that's.
Or did he like make it and then burn the instructions and then eat them and then shit them out? And
you
then
never know with
flush
Cisco. You never know. But I bet that'll probably be how they do the musical crossover instead of having like some big event. Where I need you. We need to come sing. Or
yeah, you know like, are we gonna do
Oh, now Taylor's home, I bet. Jesus Christ. We can't catch a break with this podcast.
If it's pigs,
it's either
dogs.
Pigs pissing, dogs barking.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, apparently the dogs are done barking. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what's going to happen next. The house might fall apart. Or, like, aliens might invade and we'll have
we haven't had a motorcycle drive by.
That's true. God damn. All right, well, so back to Legends of Tomorrow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Did this make you interested in Legends of Tomorrow? I mean, it wasn't that Legends of Tomorrow yet, except for they time traveled in the beginning, but...
No, but I thought those two people, what was his name, Steele, and what's the girl's name?
Vixen.
They seem cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
That elephant thing was kind of gay, but...
Well, what I was thinking is, because she turned into an elephant and then ran into the people, started kicking him, and it was like she was just fighting. Wouldn't you think she would just stampede through the aliens if she was an elephant? Like, wouldn't that be your thought process to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been an elephant,
but like, wouldn't you?
I mean,
instead of doing backflips and kicking people,
I might have gone an apple with my trunk and ate it. But
because I think that was just an editing thing. Like, oh, she's an alien, but then they cut back to her fighting the aliens.
I thought you told me that she was supposed to have the strength of an elephant.
She's supposed to. Whatever the thing she has, she have the strength.
Well, wouldn't you just pick the strongest thing every time?
Well, it depends. Like, she needs to fly sometimes, or I don't know. She has certain things.
Well,
and then I was also.
Could she pick a unicorn?
I mean, those don't exist. I mean, they might actually in this world. I don't know.
Yeah, those don't exist, but aliens.
I was so hoping that when she's like, oh, they're talking about the JSA, that she would go get them, and the JSA would help them fight the aliens. But instead, they just ended up getting captured and all kinds of shit. Like,
what's the JSA?
The Justice Society of America.
Oh, okay.
They're like basically the Justice League before the Justice League, which supposedly Jay Garrick is gonna show up on Legends, is gonna like be a part of the JSA, which will be kind of weird because he's from Earth 3. So like another Earth person, he'll basically be like the Supergirl to their JSA.
Yeah.
Which next week's the finale of all the shows. Next week's, which actually, this week was the finale of Supergirl. We learned.
It's cool that they don't even tell you. That's how important it was.
I know. But next week's the finale. But of all the shows, but Flash looks pretty interesting. Have you seen any of the trailers?
Yeah.
There's pictures online of Mark Hamill's in it. He's like Earth. They haven't said if he's Earth 3's Trickster or if he's the Joker, but he's got like purple hair. He's got a bomb strapped to his chest. And
I bet he's just the Trickster.
That's what people are
which is the same thing.
Basically, yeah. But it's kind of cool that they're bringing him back, especially to play a different role. And he always comes back for the Christmas ones too. Like it's every mid-season finale, Mark Hamill's in it.
Oh, really?
It's just pretty neat. It's cool that he likes the show so much. Like he likes it so much. In Kevin Smith's first episode, he called Kevin Smith and was like, "Hey, can you get me in this episode?" And Kevin Smith was like, aren't you busy filming Star Wars? And he's like, well, yeah, but I can just fly down for a couple days and be in. Like, I'll do a short little cameo. And Kevin Smith was like, I mean, will write it if you think you can do it, like, in your schedule, but, like, think about it.
He should be Cockknocker.
He was once. That'd be a real cool crossover if they did, because, like, since they seem to like Kevin Smith now.
Yeah.
That'd be the ultimate crossover.
Oh, Jesus.
It was very neat. I still really hope that they make that DVD. Like all the episodes together in one little thing, like a 4-hour DVD. Because then it's just another way to make money too.
Well, it'd be about 3. Yeah.
It'd be about probably 3 hours 45 minutes, probably at least.
Yeah, probably.
But or it'd be cool if they just like instead of having like each episode they click on it, if they just like continued it playing on the thing. It'd be interesting how that played out.
Yeah. I bet you it would cut and be like, no, Arrow.
Probably.
But what's funny is, I mean, if Legends was the best and Flash was second, which I think is really close.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was 2% off on.
Arrow was definitely third.
See, it's hard for me to, like, I think Legends was the best, but then after that, I can't. I mean, Between Flash and Arrow, because Supergirl was the worst because Supergirl wasn't really a crossover.
Yeah. Well, but the funny thing is that Supergirl was cool in Flash and she was cool in Legends, but I don't even remember her last night.
She was barely in it. She was at that part where they took down Walt. Remember her and Barry took down that one lady with like the weird laser finger and all that?
Okay, so
that was cool also.
She was cooler in those 3 episodes than she's ever been on her show.
Yeah. I really like, especially like at the end of Legends when that guy came in and you just try to basically get to cover up the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, I had a nice talk with your boss about like all this shit," and she's like, "Oh yeah, told her to put you into Antarctica, whatever,
reassign you."
Yeah, and she like kind of gave him a little face and walked away.
That guy looked fucking evil.
Yeah,
he looked like he assassinated JFK.
Their big reveal in like the middle-ish when like they show the young guy because they were back in time, and then they show them then, and it was the same guy. We're like, "Oh, I didn't expect that."
Yeah, that was funny that neither one of us expected it.
Yeah. And then after that, Cisco had his little alien pen pal. I like that little joke that Felicity made.
Right.
Which I kind of thought that was... I was like, oh...
I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, I really like her on the show. That's why I was like so afraid last season when she got shot in the limo and then the show wasn't on for a couple weeks.
Hello.
I texted you that happened.
Well, how long ago?
A year ago. At this point, because
it was.
I think
I don't even remember what you texted me.
It was the mid-season finale, probably.
Well, don't make me not want to watch it by telling me stuff.
You'll forget that I said that tomorrow.
What?
Exactly. You have short-term memory.
You have long-term stupidness.
Wow, that's rude. Should you really be saying that to your son?
I don't know, Black Mama.
Oh my God! If you want to know this, oh my God! I just bit my tongue while I was talking.
Yeah, I brushed my case.
If you want to know this Black Mama reference, you should go watch our Titanfall 2 video that comes out tomorrow. Should be out at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Wow.
Hopefully, if everything goes well tonight.
Well, fuck that.
The computer might blow up when I'm editing this podcast. Who knows?
We might get attacked by aliens.
Yeah. Do you think them talking about like, oh, we should do this more and hang out more, that they'll do more like little crossovers between the shows? Because they've done that here and there before, but like, do they be like, oh, now Arrow's just gonna help out on Flash this episode, but they're not gonna make like a big deal of it?
I don't know. You'd know better than me.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they did a lot more little crossovers like that. I mean, I get why they can't, because it's kind of hard for them to be filming their own show and do that.
But don't they all film in the same place?
Yeah, the same soundstage. Like, whatever. Kevin Smith, he said that like when he's there filming, he can like walk over to the Arrow set and stuff like that, and just like
so I mean, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. Last night I was listening to Jason Mewes' new podcast called Blowhard, and in it, his friend was asking him. He's like, well, "So what were you doing today?" He's like, "Well, you probably don't care about it, but there's a big crossover going on right now with Supergirl and Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow." And he's like, "I was gonna wait and have every episode be on so I could just watch every episode in a row."
But he couldn't wait.
He's like, but I know I couldn't wait. He goes, and plus like 2 things I was gonna do today got canceled, so I had like, a couple hours, and then like he's like, so I'm gonna watch Supergirl, Flash right now because it would happen. They recorded this like yesterday during the day. Oh. He's like, and then I'm gonna watch Arrow tonight, obviously, and like talking about it. But I was like, well, it's kind of funny.
Is that your Jason Mewes impression?
I guess I don't know. I guess yeah. Okay. But I was like, oh, it's kind of cool that they're talking about it on his podcast, and the other guy doesn't watch shows that like, so they didn't talk about it much.
Oh right.
But when he said like, oh, there's this big thing, you probably don't care about it, I was like, oh, he's gonna be talking about the crossover.
Wow.
So were you excited at all in the next on for Legends of Tomorrow when you saw Captain Cold? Even though you're probably not gonna you probably won't watch that episode, but is it cool that he's back for you? Because I think once he gets back on there, he should appear like on Flash and possibly Arrow and Legends, on Supergirl, because he has a contract with every single show.
I kind of just wonder why he died and then now he's coming back.
I think it was all an excuse just to make him a bad guy again. Like I think they did all that because they want him to be a villain.
Well, he's got sucker.
He's got sucker.
He's got such a recognizable voice when he's Captain Cold.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I haven't seen him in anything else, so I don't know if he talks like that normally.
It depends. Like, in Prison Break, he talks normal a lot of the time, but, like, when he's, like, telling a plan or, like, being Captain Cold to someone, basically, he talks like that. But it's funny, because, like...
Because I was walking out of the room when they were doing it, because I didn't care, and then I heard it, and you're like, oh, my God, Captain Cold.
I text Taylor with, like, all capital and exclamation points. Captain Cold was in the next on.
Yeah, so
and she'd be like, "Oh, sweet!" Because we've been waiting all season for him to show back up. Because he was our favorite character.
Michonne,
not Michonne. Fuck her. For Captain Code.
You said
Captain Code.
You said we've been waiting all episode for Michonne to show back up.
Captain Cold to show back up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michonne,
No,
which
I wasn't. I was kidding.
she wasn't in it. Last episode of The Walking Dead sucked
Uh,
dick. It was so boring.
So did last season.
You know the girl that ended up joining the group because she was with the governor?
Can I just say yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Did I get this
She was
right?
with him, but then he ended up beheading Maggie's dad. So then like she gets joined the group or whatever.
Maggie's
She
dad
no, shut up.
doesn't
She
have a head.
Oh my god, you're a dick. She washed up on shore, and it was all about her. And like halfway through, me and her like, I really don't give a shit about her. Like I don't know what's happening to everybody else, which you might like this. Supposedly, episode 8, someone's gonna die in, which I think is the next episode.
Why do you assume I want someone to die?
Well, no, you might like this though. It's rumored because his dad put this on Twitter and on Facebook, and then deleted it, and he just announced that he just got into college, that they're gonna kill Carl because his dad was like, "Oh, it's a 7-year contract up. Like we had such a good time. So thanks to the fans, not shank the fans, thank the fans, and thank the cast and crew and all this stuff." And then then they had to delete it off Facebook like an hour later, and then like the next day.
Why do you know that?
Because something I was watching, they said they mentioned it in, and then he announced that he's going to college. So like, and they said there's gonna be a big death in episode 8.
Where's he going to college?
I don't know. I didn't care that much about it. I just heard college.
What's the issue? You can go hang out with him.
Maybe. Be like, hey Chandler, did you know that's his name? It's Chandler Riggs.
I knew Riggs.
Supposedly they're gonna kill off Carl on The Walking Dead. So spoilers, I guess, if you watch that show, that Carl might die. Which that'd be kind of neat.
What if he just retires?
Well, what do you mean? Like
He's like, nope, sorry, Dad, I'm going on a boat and I'm just gonna float away.
I mean, he went on a car that's with Jesus that's on its way to go see Negan. So he'll probably.
I don't know what a thing you just said, man.
Negan.
He got in a car with Jesus and went to see Negan.
Jesus is a character on The Walking Dead now. He's got long hair. He looks like Mary's son.
Jamie?
Yeah, he looks exactly like him, but in The Walking Dead. So like maybe some apocalypse clothes. And then Jesus and
is his name really Jesus?
yeah, they got like he stole Rick's car like last season. And they're like,
Do
"What's
they-
your name?" He goes, "My friends call me Jesus."
Oh, not
And then he's like, "My enemies call me Jesus." No, not really. But Carl and Jesus went off to see Negan. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke.
It does.
So Carl and Jesus went off to see Negan. He gets a Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, this is going to be a really interesting podcast.
This is the gayest podcast you've ever done.
That's not true. I did that one podcast where you and Hess were sucking each other's dicks the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It was me trying to talk about Westworld, and all you could hear in the background was,
That's
"Hey,
true.
Nick, don't bite."
I don't bite.
Exactly. There he goes. He admits it. So before we get way too off topic,
Sucking dicks off topic. Sure.
sucking dicks off topic. Have you decided if you're gonna watch Arrow yet?
Yeah, I just after you just made that sucking dick joke, I've decided not to watch it.
You're lying.
No, I'm serious.
You're lying.
No, I'll watch them all as long as you don't watch them with me.
I won't watch them with you. I'll watch them separately, and then we'll do a podcast about it. 2 episodes at a time. Are you announcing that right here?
Nope.
Why
Nope.
not? Why not?
Because I'm not ready.
You know what I was thinking?
I doubt it.
Can you read my mind right now?
I see a lot of black space.
I got a blank space, baby.
Oh my god. Fucking write your name.
And I'll write your name. Has Hess seen The Shield? I thought of this while editing a video today.
You're asking me if someone else has watched a TV show.
He's your friend. You've known him since.
How the fuck would I know if he's seen The Shield?
If you had a guess, would you say he's seen the show Shield? Because if he hasn't, that might be kind of cool too. But, well, you know,
I don't know.
because what if because you guys did The Wire, and it's an older show, so we can. What if we did The Shield as a podcast?
When you say we did The Wire, we only did it a season and a quarter.
Yeah, but you guys still did it. We've only done a season of Westworld, not even yet, because it's still one episode. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what if we
also did the entire series?
What if we did The Wire? But then again, because
Wire?
not The Wire. I don't want to do The Wire. What if we did The Shield? Not to get confused with ABC's Agents of Shield. I
No
think
one's
it's
confused that.
FX's The Shield. What if we did that? But then we did because it's older and I think it has a lot of episodes and seasons. We could watch 2 at a time, kind of like how I said with Arrow. But then if Hess hasn't seen it, like it'd be all of us talking, but like me and you have seen it, but he hasn't seen it. It might get interesting talking about it, especially because I think like the first 2 episodes are kind of the craziest. At least like getting straight in, at least like for a show getting straight into the show, like how they end. So it'd be interesting to see.
I was
like
gonna say when he drops that grenade on that fucker, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, the whole ending shit gets pretty crazy too.
And then
But I mean, like, it's the craziest beginning to a show I think that I can think of right now. I think it'd be cool if we did that, but
It's an option.
I think, and if he has seen it, then it might not be as good. But I think it'd still be interesting, especially just like to rewatch it because I watched it so long ago.
Yeah. You gonna buy it?
No, isn't it on Amazon? I think every single episode's on Amazon.
I don't believe you.
It might be. If not, then we can get it at Zia's. I've seen a pack of it that's like $35 the entire series there.
All right, as long as you're buying.
So is there anything else you want to say about Legends of Tomorrow?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we've been all over the place,
Yeah.
but it was a good show. It was fun to watch. This is
Yeah.
our 5th podcast. I'm kind of glad that's over with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, God, I'm just so happy we're done. Like, I don't have to worry about
Like,
doing
it's
the
fun
podcast
doing
tonight.
it. It's fun talking about it. It was fun watching. I look forward to each episode, and I look forward to doing the podcast. But
I'm also
I'm
happy that that we're
I'm
done.
also glad tomorrow I can just play Madden all night.
Yeah, well, unless Phoebe yells at you or something or unplugs your Xbox.
Bitch.
Or
Mom kills somebody.
Yeah, that's always... Actually, no, you can't play Madden all day tomorrow. We're going to his dance show.
Motherfucker.
You forget about that?
No, but I'm off at 11, so...
I'll make sure your Xbox doesn't work when you get home.
I'll make sure I stick a finger up your butt.
You know how... I think you've said way too many sexually assaulting things to me.
I don't know what you just said.
Does that make sense?
No, didn't make any sense, actually.
All right, well, since I don't know how long this has been because we had to take like 5-minute breaks 2 at a time, so a 10-minute break altogether probably.
That's dos breaks.
Which I guess you listening could be like, well, if you took 10-minute breaks, just take 10 minutes out of the time you're looking at, but just shut up, okay? I don't know exactly how long we were. Anyways.
Why'd you tell them to shut up? They didn't say it.
I don't know.
That was you saying it.
Thanks for listening to the Pleeka podcast. Make sure if you're interested in Westworld, you come back not tomorrow night, that's not Sunday. Come back Sunday night, right after Westworld. Maybe like give us like 8:15ish. We'll be doing the live podcast. Almost knocked over the table talking that. Me, Nick, and Hess will be live doing the podcast. If you ask
Hess will be going crazy because he won't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, he'll be like, oh my God, my mind's blown, dog. Like, oh my God, bruh. That episode was so... I think Anthony Hopkins is a host. Even though, like, we saw him get born in that episode, he's a host.
He saw him come out of his mom's vagina, but he's still a host.
So, yeah, come listen to that if you want to hear Hess be retarded enough to actually talk about the episode. Which will be interesting because he won't be able to have any theories because it should be kind of like an end. It'll be interesting how long that lasts.
Hopefully there's something to wonder about.
Yeah, that's true. But then I was gonna say come back tomorrow for our next podcast, but we just talked about there won't be one tomorrow.
Jesus.
But you can come back.
Jesus.
You can come back tomorrow, or depending when you listen to this, just go look at the channel, watch our new Titanfall video. All the versions of this podcast will be in the description. That's the audio version and the YouTube video version. I believe that's it. Anything else you want to say to the folks before we end this shindig? Right.
Nope.
Hey, have a good night or good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. This is the Pleeka podcast. That's how we should start it every time.
All right, that's it.
All right, thanks for listening, Pleekers.
Did you just say Pleekers?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the new name for people to watch us. Like,
Nope.
what's that guy's name? What's that guy's name that comments all Alfoons, as Hess says? As
He-
Hess says,
He's a Pleeker?
hey, Pleeker. Comment down below if you're a Pleeker. I don't have an or. Whatever. See you guys tomorrow.
You ever had someone tell you you have a silver tongue? How